Turn the recording. All right, everyone, welcome back to the Plebcast. My name is Mouse David, the host, and up there we have some new graphics thanks to Slayer, who is one of our analysts, along with TDS, who are up above me this time on the right and the left, so you can watch them debate even more easily.
Yeah.
Because that's what Plebcast it's about. It's about Slayer and TDS arguing a lot. But anyway, how are you guys doing?
We haven't been arguing as of late.
Yeah, there hasn't been much. We've been agreeing quite a bit.
I think last week we'd had quite a few arguments. I don't know.
Did we?
I
I don't think
I
that
don't
was an
remember
argument.
I don't remember the biggest argument we had.
Yeah,
I
you
think the
Like,
biggest argument we had was during Worlds or before
yeah,
Worlds.
Yeah, I mean that's where usually when the big arguments happen, right? When the teams are about to
yeah.
fight each other.
Right now we don't have anything really to argue. It's way too early in the season for it.
Yeah, obviously, T1's gonna win worlds according to
Yep.
TDS. So
The only arguable thing it's me saying that T1 is going to be the best team in the year.
all right,
Like
yeah,
that's the only arguable thing.
yeah, all right. So speaking of League of Legends, well, it's gonna be break time for LCK and LPL because it is the Lunar New Year. So to everyone
Yep.
watching, happy Lunar New Year, to you guys. And if you celebrate it, I used to, since I used to, I grew up in a Chinese community. We'd have tikoy all the time. I don't know if you guys know what that is, but it's like a rice cake
Yep.
snack thing that's super sweet, and you fry it. It's really good. But anyway, should we start with the regions because there were still some games played this week for LPL,
I mean,
even though it's not a full week.
let's do this, right? You guys saw the new patch. The games
Mm,
are on new patch now.
yeah,
Yep.
Like,
let's pull it
like,
up.
do we think anyone's gonna play Zeri? Because I think Zeri is kind of like Jinx. It's a better Jinx.
I mean,
think she's okay. I
technically,
don't think
Aphelios
she's
is a
going to be
better
that
Jinx.
great.
Technically,
No,
Aphelios is the
Jinx is a
better
better
Jinx,
Jinx.
right?
Jinx
No
is a better
one's better
Jinx.
than Jinx at the moment.
Yeah,
Aphelios
no,
doesn't even
Jinx is
get
a
the
better Jinx.
votes.
That's fair enough. I mean, maybe we'll see teams pick up Zeri, but you know how pro teams are, guys. They're kind of slow to pick things up. Let's be real.
I mean, it was
I
disabled this week.
yeah. I don't think we're going to see that much Sherry, and at
I
least
think
until
we're going to.
12.3.
Do you guys think they'll be played in different position besides ADC?
No.
Yeah. I
All
think
right.
she's more
No.
powerful out of AD.
Slayer, why do you don't think so? Why you don't think so?
Because based on what I've seen from her, she literally has too much of a low range and too less mobility in some cases,
Mm-hmm.
especially in mid lane,
Mm-hmm.
in order to be viable in a solo lane. Because the problem is, if you're gonna play top lane,
Mm-hmm.
you can't actually use your whatever it's called,
The
your
dash?
your vault. You can't use it on the left side of the wall or the right side of the wall, whichever side of the rift you're on, right?
Mm.
Like you can't use it because well, you can't go anywhere. It didn't go anywhere. It's outside the map. So and in the mid lane, while it's more useful, if you're getting collapsed in mid lane, you're assuredly dead. So it's not like Lucian, who basically can dash wherever she wants out of his free will, right?
Mm-hmm.
Zeri's primary thing comes from the fact that she can be in the bot lane, get some farm up, and then start roaming around.
Okay. TDS, how
Kind of like
about
a
you?
Kaisa. Kind of like a Kaisa in a sense.
TDS, how about you?
I feel like more like a Twitch in that regard.
A Twitch.
The thing with
Yeah.
Twitch is always invisible.
Yeah, but the idea of about roaming around and using your balls kind of reminds me more of Twitch than that of Kaisa, because Kaisa is kind of Kaisa can just utilize her longer range in the W to just get a kill without really having to impact the fight that much. So I feel like she's more of a Twitch, having to be there to really have the impact, and you make use of her ball. I'm more inclined to thinking she's better solo lane than AD carry actually. And the only thing that I can think of why she wouldn't be currently mid lane, and what I think she's also not going to get picked, is the fact that Corki will still be meta, Victor will still be meta, and those two champions have long range, enough long range to not allow Seri to be an actual
Yeah.
champion. And that's kind of the only thing that I can think of right now that really would and wouldn't allow Seri to be a part of the mid lane meta, just because
Yeah.
of how impactful the long range of those two champions are
Yeah.
and how easily they can burst her out.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
they want to give her a chance. But
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure like eventually we're going to see Suri much more in the soul lanes than that of the bot lane. Like I feel like 3-4 patches down the road we're going to see Suri much more prevalent in the mid lane meta, especially when Victor and Corki eventually get out. Like it's
They
bound to
won't.
happen.
They won't. Corky might. Victor won't. Because the problem is you cannot nerf Victor in this current scenario. It's not that Victor's really overpowered. Victor's not really overpowered. The whole reason why people start playing Victor is because you can't kill Victor anymore.
Yeah.
And the only way to like revert that is to remove an item, which they're not going to.
Yeah.
Which is they're not going to remove Crown of the Shattered Queen. It's
Yeah, it's not going to happen.
Uh,
They're
uh,
going to nerf his
so
Q
Slayer,
eventually.
Slayer, they might just nerf Victor to the ground. I mean, Riot's done it before the numerous champs.
They don't need to nerf him to the ground. They
no, no,
just
no.
need to
They
nerf his Q
they
and that's
they
it.
don't need to nerf him to the ground because he's not overtuned.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they
There's nothing
don't
wrong with
need
him.
to, but they might. This is
No, no.
Riot we're talking
What I'm
about.
saying is there's nothing wrong with him. Like the main problem, if you notice everywhere, is Corky. Corky's the
Yeah,
problem.
I think Corky's a bigger problem, honestly, with the amount of play that he sees. It's kind of absurd right now. Do you have any stats on Corky's play rate? Let me just check.
I think he
Man,
should be close to 100.
man. I don't know about
Unless
what
he's
the stats of
banned.
Corky is.
I'd be yeah, but in presence wise, I'd be willing to bet he's around 90%, 92%.
Let's check. I'm pulling up
Like
the.
I don't remember much. I haven't seen Corky picked or banned.
I'm point.
That's how prevalent he is right now.
I'm pointing out
But
the.
one thing with Corky that I really well, it's not that I don't like seeing people just argue that he is broken. It's not that he isn't. It's that it's not necessarily just Corky being broken. It's the fact that Riot made Corky broken thanks to
Yep.
First Strike.
Yeah.
Like because Corky existed previously. Like the something that I saw in a comment what is 100% true. This build was something that existed already. Like apart from maybe the fire thing, I forgot the name of the one of the new items, the pulse fire or something like that. The newer penetration item. Apart from that, every other item already existed, and
Shadow Flame.
the AP build already existed. Yeah,
Shadow
like
Flame.
yeah, Battlefront. That everything already existed. So the fact that Corki became, or at least the poke super AP Corki build became broken, is thanks to the first strike mainly. Like the other things were already there.
That's fair. He
So
just became a
I,
better laner in general.
listen, I think Corky has two basic problems, and it's not a rune, and it's not a items. It's his package, which is again a better rumble equalizer,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
and that can't happen. And the second thing is his rockets do too much damage.
The thing is that was already in the game. Like it's not like that's new.
Yeah,
That
which
was
which
that
is
was
why I'm
prevalent
saying that
already.
they can probably take Corky out way
Yeah,
easy
they can take it
if they
away.
just
I
nerf it.
agree. I agree. They can nerf that, and it's going to take it away. The thing for me is that Corki is way too broken, but it's not because of anything happened to Corki. And this always happens. It's because something alternative to Corki happens, and it just makes him, or not Corki, alternative to a champion that really didn't impact him immediately, but just everything around him changed and suddenly he became way better than in reality he
That's
was.
There are several
That's
champions like that, right? There's Corki, there's Ezreal,
Oriana.
yeah, Oriana.
Oriana is a champion that always benefits from this. Renekton always benefits from top laners getting weaker because he can just win against most top laners
Mm-hmm.
in playing the lane, not even correctly, in playing the lane remotely well. He can win against most top laners as well if they are weaker. So it's just uh, not unlucky. It's just that nerfing Corki, it's the correct thing to do, but I feel like if you nerf Corki and then eventually nerf the first strike rune, which I feel like will eventually happen,
Mm-hmm.
then you're just kind of ignoring the overall
Yeah.
problem. You nerf him, and then eventually Corki is going to be so weak that you're going to eventually overbuff him once again, and it's going to be a cycle that will never stop pretty much. So I just don't like seeing that they will over nerf Corki eventually
Yeah.
Yeah.
when it's not his main fault that he's super broken.
Yeah.
So, no, so I do think Victor. We're gonna see more Victors because of the Lichbane buff.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Like we're gonna see more Victor. But I actually think Corki has gotten to a point that if you don't ban Corki, whichever team has Corki wins.
I mean,
Because
s-
you can't outpoke him in any way, shape, or form. One
s-
rocket basically changes everything.
the stats kind
Yep.
of does kind of back it up a bit. The 57% win rate right now in competitive, which is, and
Which
we're
is
talking
More
about
really
pro
than
high,
half
play.
by the
games.
way.
I'm talking about pro play, so
Yeah,
not
more
Which
than
is
trash.
really
half the
high.
games he's present, he
Yeah.
wins. So yeah, I cannot argue with that. Like his usefulness right now, it's so huge.
Yeah.
It's incomparable to any laner.
Yeah,
And
because
when we
any
eventually see him out, I feel like we're just going to we're waiting for the Asir Victor meta to come back eventually.
Like
I
it
mean people are
always
playing
does.
Azir.
The thing is, there's a lot of Asirs popping up once again,
Yeah. I
and
mean,
and
No,
I
and Azirs are popping up because they're banning Corki.
exactly yeah.
Like
So
Corki, get Corki out.
it's just a how is it called an eventuality that will eventually become a reality
Yeah,
because
listen,
like you're
anything's better
saying,
than
Corki
Corki.
is getting banned. You pick another good scaling mid laner that has good track record against Victor, and you have Azir. So
Listen,
it's all just falling
anything's
into
better than
place.
Corki.
yeah.
You know
I
why?
mean,
I'm not
Because
agreeing. I'm not agreeing it's
at
good
least
or
an
bad.
Azir will go in and try to make something happen.
Corki with package as well.
A Corki,
With package as well, yeah.
yeah. Do
He
you
will
know the
go in.
cooldown
a
of
Porky with
package?
package does it too free. At least Azir has to risk himself to be
No,
able to do
meaning
something.
like if it's the fact that he goes in, Corki does it as well. Just saying.
No, no,
But
but
I'm not
Corki gets a
critiquing
package
or
every five
anything with
minutes.
Azir.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
no, no.
that's a problem. I'm just saying that eventually when Corki disappears, Azir will be the mainstay now, or not disappear. When Corki gets taken out, like Azir will replace him, and Azir is also following suit with what happened to Corki because a couple of items have been buffed that benefit Azir, like
Mhm.
Yeah,
the realize buff recently. It's really good for Azir, so he's going to get more value out of those items, and he's slowly but surely getting to that point once again.
yeah,
So eventually, I'm expecting that whenever Corki falls out, it's going to be Azir that replaces him
yeah.
as a
Now,
mainstay.
Miles,
Yeah.
start the sad music. You know the sad music because we
Uh,
have to say goodbye to something. We have to say goodbye to the Kempting Drake.
is that
It's
or
been
is
fun
that
while you
sad music?
lasted.
Is that sad
No,
music? I don't know about that one.
no,
Say,
no.
Do I
I'm
feel
getting
sad
the
It's
in
been
Mar-
that?
fun. It's been fun
TDS.
while
Get the
you lasted.
mariachi band.
No, it's been fun while you
Wow.
lasted. We all enjoyed the camouflage. We didn't enjoy the soul. We didn't enjoy all becoming Scion. But
Uh,
goodbye and good
I
riddance.
didn't even enjoy the camouflage, honestly. Yeah, yeah. I'm indifferent on this change. I'm okay with it getting taken away. I was okay if they changed something, but I'm okay with them taking away. I'm glad they didn't take away the best Drake, which is
which
Chemtech, because that's the most fun to watch.
which one?
Listen,
Hextech?
Hex Drake is the best.
Yeah,
You know why?
the
Portals.
hex gates are beautiful.
I've
Portals.
seen
Beautiful.
quite a few players run it down with those portals.
Yes.
Yeah,
It's
Yes,
been
they
but
pretty
it's
have.
entertaining.
like you see what's happening. You see them go for it, and sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But it's great to watch. Like I
Yeah.
love
No,
Hexatrix so
you know,
much,
it's like sometimes they go into the gate and they come out and they come out to a welcome party.
and
They
sometimes they
got the
kill
bird.
that welcome party or
They
they
got
get
the cake
killed.
ready. They got the cake ready for whoever comes out of that portal. But yeah, it's been an interesting. It's been one of the more fun changes that happened to League this year. And
Yeah,
honestly, this thing popped into my head. One thing we can talk about during a slow week would be the balanced philosophy of League of Legends and what we think about it.
There is some balance philosophy.
I don't think
Listen,
I'm proficient enough to
listen.
talk about it.
For that episode, we just do 10 minutes and then we're done.
There is no
Because there's nothing to talk about. They don't have a balanced philosophy.
We just finished
I'll
there
get
and that's it.
I'll get Riot August to come and guest and we can talk about it. How about that?
What's the
Oh.
philosophy? He's like,
August, why did you do this?
August Why did you do that?
Why
I was
not,
like,
right?
Can't you just fix League of Legends?
See, fixing requires something to be broken, and based
no,
on
no.
Riot's
I will say this,
Riot's idea, they
and
don't
I've
think it's
said this
broken.
since last year, right? I've said this multiple times. I think I've said this to you, Miles, as well, once or
Mm.
twice. I I always feel that the balanced team is put in a bad situation every single time.
Yeah.
It's
I remember you
because
talking.
yeah, because the balanced team is trying to fix something that cannot be fixed. Because the design team comes up with something that cannot be fixed.
Yep.
Like
That's true.
let's put it this way, right? Corky package. Who came up with that? The design team. Who has to fix it? The balance team. Who gets all the shit? The balance team.
Balance team is
Correct.
literally the junglers of Riot.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They get all the
essentially.
have to do everything and
Also,
get all the
also
shit.
one thing that with the balance team that I'm not sure how much it affects, but I feel like there has to be some truth in it, and it's how much say do they have, especially when it comes to like you're saying with champion design, but also when skins
I don't
a skin
think
like comes out and all that,
I'm not
like
sure
they
they
have to
Sounds
have
base around that.
we're getting into
I'm
conspiracy
not sure
territory
they
here,
have
TDS.
much of
It's
a
not
choice with
it's not a
design.
comparison realistically, because every time you see the skin lines coming out and the amount of times champions get buffed while skin lines are coming out, like I feel like they have to go for buffs when skin lines are coming out. Like they are forced into that situation because they want champions to sell, and it's not really on the balance team, like as they're saying, it's more on who's taking the decision to go for some of these things. So it's bad for them, but I will still critique them because they are the ones at the end at the front.
Yeah, pretty much. That's why.
Like, like for me, I don't think that the design team has much of a choice.
Now, design team, they
The
have to
design
keep
or
coming
balance?
up
No, no,
to
the
something
design team
new.
has a choice. Sorry,
Okay,
it's the balance team doesn't have a
yeah,
choice because they're shoved in with, let's say, like in my opinion, like one of the worst insertions ever. Viego. They bring out Viego with 10 different bugs. What are we supposed to do?
yep.
Now that's the
I
bug
remember
fix
the
team's fault.
Infinite AP one.
That's the bug fix team's fault.
I mean, it's
Those were
just
so good
that
times.
you bring in these champions and you're like, we're gonna release them. Hey, you fix it. Like
That mentality is so.
at this point the PBE servers also makes no sense. Scrap it.
Yeah,
No one
I
uses
don't know
it.
what happens on the PvE server for it to
Nothing.
never change anything.
Absolutely
I
nothing.
think you should be able to access the PBE server though, TDS, if you really want to.
Like I
I
had
PBE
access.
account. I do have a PBE server account.
Yeah,
Like,
I do as well, but like I, it's not only the fact that I never really used it for the purpose that it's for. I remember the only time I used it was for TFT, but it just feels like what really do you get out of testing the champion in the PvE? Because every time it feels like even though you have 2 weeks of testing, something wrong goes on when it's unreleased.
yeah,
So
it's
Yeah,
it's
been
kind of strange.
because I don't think they. I don't know how much they really take it into account, but at this point the PBE server is just for skins.
it's just what?
Just for skins.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, skin,
Skins. Skin spotlight.
that's where the profit is. It's in the
Skin
skins.
spotlight.
So there we go. Anyway,
But I do think we'll see a lot. We'll see more of Senna, Janna, and Veigar.
Vagar.
Veigar.
Yeah, bigger is getting more popularity, and I like it. I feel bigger
In
We
because
as
did see
a
a
bot
Veigar in
laner
the
or
LEC.
a mid laner.
Mid laner. We did
Okay.
I
see a
think mid
Veigar in the
laner, yeah.
LEC.
Yeah, Nuke Dog pulled it out a couple of times.
Yeah, Duke played it well enough.
All right. So speaking of, I guess for speaking of pro players, I guess we should get into the leagues after talking about the
The
balance.
short LPL week.
Yeah, the very
Woo!
short LPL week that we had, and well, what can we say about it, gentlemen?
I hate TS so much.
Yeah, and you were. I had the feeling you were about to talk about TS.
I don't even feel like talking about TS honestly.
mean, we're gonna talk
they
about it
already
later as
drained
well,
me.
Miles. You got my stuff. So I
Wait,
think at this point, Miles,
yeah.
just pull it out. Let's do it. Let's do
Oh,
the segment.
the
Let's finish up the segment because I
all right,
think
all
I
right,
think that segment is very good for LPL
all right. Fine.
because
Okay.
it's only
We'll
LPL.
pull out that segment then. Give me a second to
We
open
need
it.
a
Do do do
music.
do do.
One day we'll get a
One.
music
Yeah.
track.
One day we'll get
I'll
the production value.
I'll make the music myself. Don't worry.
So copyright free music.
Yeah, that's what you get when you have a musician on standby. All right, I've got it on display, and oh wait, it was on automatic.
Oh no, the spoils.
There was spoils. All right, here we go. Is this as we know, everyone knows the segment. Pop pa da pop. All right. The new segment, is
The
this an
name
over
did change
exaggeration?
to over exaggeration.
Is this an over exaggeration? All right. Do you like that name
Okay.
better, TDS? Do you think it's a better?
Yeah. Unique.
All right. Is this an over exaggeration? TS is worse this year compared to last year.
Yes, they
Yes.
are worse. Has anyone
Yes.
watched them?
So wait, are you
Yeah.
saying it is an over exaggeration or it's not an over exaggeration?
It's
No,
not an over exaggeration.
All right, there we go. All right.
It's the sad reality.
no, but the thing is, and this was when Munch was casting the game versus OMG, right?
Mm,
Munch pulled out a very for anyone who didn't catch on to it, Munchables, great LPL caster. We're talking about him.
Yep.
he's
Um,
been here
he
before
base
in the
yeah,
Plebcast. Yeah, we
he's been
support our
here
boy.
before. He's been one of our guests.
Yeah.
So so Munch has been Munch has been talking about how TES plays, and he basically alluded to the fact that sometimes TES does weird things,
Hmm.
and it's as if Karsa was their shot caller, which I completely agree with
It's as
because
if
I
it's the
feel TES
case.
doesn't have a shot caller. They're headless chickens.
Yeah. Now, headless chickens is too good for them. They are toy robots that simply don't know where to walk. That like legitimately, I feel like they have a hard time even breathing.
Oh goddamn, TDS is just
Listen,
he's just going
And
in
just
on TDS
yeah, no,
today.
listen.
I'm too
I want to do I want to do a one-line recap for TS versus OMG, right? It's a
Yeah,
one-line recap.
yeah,
Abel and Cold beat the shit out of Jackie Love and Zero.
yeah. That
yeah.
That's the recap.
I think
That's all,
that
folks.
kind of tells the viewers what they need to know about what happened during that series.
And
And
the worst part out of watching TES is that I'm still right with Jack Love. He has been the best, one of the better performers for them.
Of
mm,
course.
no, he is.
and
Yeah.
and,
Yeah.
and he
He's not
can
at
do
fault.
anything like he has improved. He still dies randomly sometimes, but overall he has improved, and he can simply do anything. Every other part of the map, it's completely underwhelming in comparison to Jackie Love. And I agree, like the improvement that they got out of Zoom, and I say improvement in quotation marks
Hmm.
because he still hasn't shown that improvement.
Yeah.
It got completely overshadowed by how much they lost out of Karsa going away. Like it's night and day watching either of these junglers playing in comparison to Karsa, and TS can simply find their group. Like they can beat the bottom teams because the player skill is it's much
Can.
higher in those times. But even then, sometimes it looks so dicey that I cannot even begin to think that they are a top team. Like they just feel middle of the pack at best. Watching them play.
You
Now,
guys
now
think
I now I
Knight
want
is
to
just
ask. Now
underperforming?
I want to ask. Where are the Karsa haters at?
It's
Where are the
yeah.
Karsa
They're
haters
all
at?
in the LPL server, Discord
No,
server.
I mean, where are you guys at?
They're all,
Because all you guys were saying was get Karsa out. Karsa's the liability. Well, um, anyone looking at V5? I thought so. Anyone looking at TES? Yeah, I thought so.
they're
I feel
they're
miss
just
Karsa
gonna
so
throw back at
much.
you. V5 has rookie. Obviously, he's the one shot calling for the
No,
team.
I will also talk about. I do want to talk about OMG a bit though, because I feel
Hmm.
like I think we can leave OMG for a bit. Let's finish up the segment and then we can talk about OMG. Go
Yeah.
on.
All right. Any yeah? What are your guys' thoughts on Knight? and how he's playing the split.
Super
He's
underperforming.
I think he's doing well in lane. That's it.
I mean, that's the best we can expect out of Knight, right? But
Yeah, that's it.
I'm still, I really,
Not
I'm
good
still
enough.
puzzled. Like, I'm puzzled because even in lane, I feel like he has been really meh, to say the least. Like, he is not losing lane, but
Listen,
he's
it's
not
Victor Corky meta.
doing
He's not
anything
supposed to
in
do
lane.
anything.
Yeah, no, but even on other games, like he has pulled out Zoe and he has been meh. He has pulled out other champions. He has been
Yeah,
meh.
because they
Like,
can't do much in
realistically, he
lane.
cannot do
It's
anything. He hasn't
it's a
done
sack
anything.
lane.
We today we saw a Renekton against a blank. Like, that's champions that can do things, and we saw things happening on the T1 DK game. Like, it's not Knight not able to do anything because it's the meta. It's Knight not being able to do anything because he doesn't do anything.
I
It's
feel
more
like
like
regardless of
Knight
meta
is meh.
Slayer, if you're a star player, you should be able to, pull something out. Pull something out of nothing. Sometimes,
Like,
you don't have
even
to do it. Knight doesn't
yesterday.
have to do it all the time, but like sometimes show that sparkle of brilliance. And
Okay.
right now, TS, all they have is a sparkle of rubbish. They're they're now right now in the trash bin, and it's really hard to. How do you think they can improve? Is the big question.
But the only good thing is that they can only improve. Like, can they get worse than this? Legitimately?
Like they don't
I
make
mean,
playoffs. That's
I mean,
that's how they
yes, they
get worse.
can. Yes, they can.
Yeah, sadly they can, but still, like, they can still
Listen,
improve. Like,
listen.
the good
At
thing
this
is
point,
the
Love
curve
is
is better.
flipping heads.
Yeah, that is
Wait
true.
till he starts flipping tails.
Like, for me, good thing is that TS will have 2 weeks where the curve for improvement is so high that any small thing they can improve on is going to be a huge thing for them. So it's
Mm.
going to be hard. It's going to be unbelievable if it happens, but it's a curve that they can take, and it can take them high if they are able to get to improve, because they can improve a lot, and
Yeah.
by a lot I mean a lot.
All right, yeah, that's fair. I mean, it's still a high potential team, right? As you said.
Now, do
So
I believe in that? Not anymore. Like,
No,
I just don't
there's
believe in that.
no more faith
they're
in
out.
TS. Well,
Yeah.
that seals it, guys. But we'll see after Chinese New Year. So, yeah, we'll see after the New Year because sometimes things change. I'll be
Yeah.
the optimistic one, DDS. If you're gonna be the pessimistic one, also Slayer your camera kind of
I'm already kind of dead with TS, so yeah.
What happened with the camera?
it's right now it's complete. It's gone. There's no camera.
Huh?
Or the
I
camera.
can see mine
Or yeah,
here.
there we go. Okay, I see you. There we go. It's fixed. All right. Should we go to the next slide then, guys?
Yeah.
All right, let's go
Yep.
to the next slide. Is this an over exaggeration? Statement 2. BLG should just stick with Doggo.
Mm, I
Mm.
think it's an over exaggeration now because we have yet to see anything of Uzi. Like, it's okay to see that Dogo is good, but you cannot judge a team with a player when that player hasn't even played once. So
I think that's
I think
a
it's an over exaggeration.
I think that's a good point. I mean, BLG with Doggo, you have at least a game plan coming into every game. With Uzi, things will change.
They
Definitely.
have a game plan. Well, you will have a game plan. Play
Yeah,
through
no, they
Uzi.
will have a game plan playing around Uzi, but
Yeah.
will they be able to pull it off? It's the execution part that
Yeah,
I'm
no, that's the
worried
thing.
about.
That's the kind of thing that worries me, and also the thing that makes me not yet put BLE above the, probably at the top three, top four mark,
Hmm.
because I 100% sure, I'm 100% sure that Uzi will play over Dogo. Like, there's no question mark. Like, people can say that Dogo has looked better and he will be better. I don't care. Uzi is going to play there, and I can assure you that Uzi is going to play as soon as he comes back. If he comes back, that's the thing. If he comes back, he will play there.
Yeah.
And so until I can see Uzi playing, I cannot say if the team is going to be better or worse. But until it happens, or when that happens, I can say for sure if Dogo also will be a mainstay. But as of now, I think it's an over exaggeration because the investment, not only the investment that they did on Uzi, but the thing that puts BLG on the map, it's the fact that they got Uzi. Like, the other four players are great compliments, but Uzi is the fact that they are. It's the thing that make them beam on the map.
Yeah, I mean, all the marketing is about Uzi. Then they don't play
Yeah,
Uzi, so it's it's a bit of
like
a
I can legitimately tell you the amount of times I've seen on my Twitter timeline people talking about today plays Uzi. Today is the day I will see Uzi play once again. Like the thing that people are willing to see from BLG is when Uzi plays.
probably in summer
So
though.
it's going to happen. Yeah, it's going to happen,
Probably
or
next split
when it
though.
happens.
Probably next split though. But we'll see. Maybe after Chinese New Year, Uzi will play. But
Yeah,
it's mostly probably a
it's
summer
usually
thing.
this time, right? Usually around after Chinese New Year's is when he comes back, right? If I'm not wrong.
Either that or summer.
Okay.
So if he doesn't show up after the break, then probably we're gonna see him summer.
Then
Slayer,
we're not seeing him. Yeah.
Slayer,
Yeah,
what are your thoughts on this?
it is an over exaggeration.
Okay, we're
I'll
in
leave it at
agreement
that, and
then.
I agree with everything you guys just said.
Holy shit! This a rare occasion. We're all in
See, the
agreement.
thing is, there's not much to argue here because we know what we expected to get, right?
Yeah.
Like when we saw BLG's roster, we knew what we were getting
Mm-hmm.
and what we expected. So it's just natural.
Do you think things are meeting expectations, or there's still a lot more time to rev up?
As of now, I think they are where I would expect them to be. I don't think they are the clear best, but I feel like
Yeah,
they are getting closer and closer. I
yeah,
still like, as Slayer said previously, that if I'm not wrong, you put RNG, or you said that RNG can be top two, if I'm not wrong.
yes.
So yeah, I think that them losing to RNG
RNG's not playing
just
like
really
top two
proves
though.
it. They are not playing, but I feel like RNG also showcasing that they are better than BLG as well as of now. So it's just like they those two teams are kind of falling into place, and I think BLG should just keep on playing and keep on trying to get better with as a whole team while Uzi gets there, because
Yeah,
eventually when Uzi gets there, having a more cohesive team is going to be much more ideal for them.
Yeah.
yeah.
All right. That's good. Let's go to the next one. Number 3. Excuse me. Cream was overhyped too early. Whoa.
Ooh, that's a
Whoa.
good one.
That is a good one. Goddamn Slayer.
It is not an over exaggeration.
You think so?
Yes, I've been watching Cream as of late.
Mm-hmm.
Right,
Yeah.
his laning phases, if he's not an assassin, is pretty bad. It's pretty bad. Like I'm not gonna lie. And at times I feel like he has no idea how to play anything that is not an assassin.
So it's literally like a Chinese slider,
That is literally yeah.
except a lot more successful.
I think it's an over exaggeration. I'll go with I think it's an over exaggeration because even though I agree with what Slayer says, um, he's right now in that crossing point or crossing roads where at the actual level of a mid laner gets shown, because there's a lot of mid laners that start like that, like they can play one set style and they improve over time into more developed styles, or can play more champions. So this is the point where we will actually see what we can get out of Cream. I think that Cream is still it's not overhyped, like he deserves the hype because he can play pretty well, but he's still just I feel like it's half a year or 1.5 years in,
Mm-hmm.
if I'm not wrong. So this is the point where we're going to see the true value out of Cream. If by the end of this split or next split, he doesn't change anything, be it playing a little bit more mages or understanding how to play lane differently than just going in as assassins, then I agree that he
Yeah.
was way too overhyped. But as of now, I feel like it's too early to call it an over exaggeration, because as a mid laner, he is one of the better mid laners in the LPL, and he has a lot of potential to be one of the best mid laners in the world.
I
So I don't think it's an over exaggeration that they went for it.
I think Cream basically just had such a tangible effect on OMG last year that it's OMG was not a playoff team until Cream joined in. Let's be
Yeah,
real.
but right now I can confidently say if it was any other mid laner on the level of Cream, they'd still be in this position.
it's
There
it's
would be no difference.
No, if it was
this year, this split.
if it was any other mid laner that was the capability of Cream, I think they would be hyped up as well.
They would still get the leeway, yeah.
No, but what I'm saying is, even if you replace Cream right now, OMG is where they are. They don't change a single spot
Yeah.
because OMG is playing is OMG is having success because of Aki and Shanji.
That's I think that's a fair thing to say.
And then and we remember that, yeah, Abel and Cole had a really bad series against LGD. Well, that was abysmal. But
Yeah.
again, against TES, they were running the show.
Yeah,
Hmm.
it's hard to say with OMG because they are such a flip a switch switch team in the sense that you can get on and off so easily from any of them, and it's so hard to say what to expect from them. Like even now looking at them more and more, I feel like they are 100% a what
A gatekeeper,
a gatekeeper team, yeah, because
as we said before.
yes, they may have beat a team. They can maybe beat teams, one or two teams that are above them, and maybe lose to one or two teams that are below them. But they're just there, like they are in the perfect place to be the team that keeps you from going into playoffs when it matters or when it comes to that. Like
What do you
they
guys?
just feel like that.
So what does OMG need to be able to push past that hurdle?
Consistency.
I,
Team needs more champions.
I mean, we'll
I feel like
see.
they need more consistency because like I'm saying, like one day you can get them to playing one of the best League of Legends games of their lives, and the other one they are running it down. So they need consistency to be able to keep on improving and get to a point where I can see them being not contenders but dark horses at least.
Yeah. I mean, as you said, TDS, I think this is the crossing point for Cream probably. Like
Yeah.
if he's able to make it past this like hurdle and actually be able to play the mages that the meta requires, because in pro play, mages are the most reliable mid lane.
Yeah,
If you're
not
a
only
mid
this
laner, you're
meta.
probably gonna be playing mages.
It's not only this meta. All time
Yeah,
wise, you
all time
need to know
wise,
how to play mages in
yeah,
pro
all
play.
time
Like
wise, you're
it's
probably
an
gonna.
obligation.
Yeah, it's an
It's an
obligation,
obligation.
and if he's not able to get past that hurdle, then yeah,
That's
then
it.
we can say Cream was overhyped, or he was a fire that just burned itself out. I
Yeah.
don't know. We're gonna
Yeah.
we're gonna see. We're gonna see.
A cream that turned into yogurt.
I mean, yogurt's still pretty good.
Okay.
I don't know about this.
No, yogurt's pretty good,
Yogurt's pretty
but
good.
it's sour yogurt.
But he can
Isn't
become
yogurt
cake or
sour by
he could
default?
become sour yogurt.
No, yogurts can be sweet. What are you talking about?
Oh yeah, I
Yeah.
guess that's true. Yeah, fair enough. All right. Let's go to the fourth one. This is the last one, I believe.
Ooh.
LEC is a shit show.
Yes, it is a shit show. Anyone watch LEC? It's
It's
a shit show.
not it's not even the slightest bit of an over exaggeration. It's its
Yes.
reality. It's the truth. That's it.
Speaking
Like
of other
I, I,
leagues,
I thought I thought the LPL was going to be killing my mind trying to think about who wins, but in reality, Lek has just made me want to punch someone in the face so hard because it's so dumb how sometimes you think you have it and the next day it's just mind-boggling watching some things. It's a great, like I do gotta say, for viewer wise, like it's super enjoyable to see. Viewer
Yeah,
wise, I enjoyed
yeah,
Lex so much,
it's not. Yeah,
but analyst wise, I really hate everyone from there. I
yeah.
really hate
it's.
every person that
I
plays in the
mean,
Lek.
let's be real. It's like watching a car crash in slow motion. The viewers are gonna be there. Viewers are gonna
I
be
feel
And
like
there. It's fun to.
the thing is,
yeah,
and
like
I've never liked this about the LEC, right? I've never liked this. The fact that the teams, I feel, don't have enough of a time to scrim or practice, and then they're suddenly thrown into the league.
yeah, that
So
is
Mm,
a
so
good
every
assessment of it.
single team that has had roster changes comes in rusty, or comes in with an identity for a week, and then after a week, uh, like they just start losing, or they just start being shaky because, well, they have no idea how to play yet.
They
Yep.
basically the fundamentals aren't there when the
No,
league
it's not
starts.
fundamentals. It's basically whenever whenever a new team is constructed, you have to figure out an identity of your team,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah.
Like, this is how we play, this is how we play around, this is like we are going to just focus on the mid game to late game. We're just going to focus on objectives,
Yeah.
blah
This.
blah blah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
so everyone figures out a style. I will say, except for one team in the LEC, no one has a style. No one.
Do we all agree on which team that is?
Yes, it's Rogue.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. We did agree on that.
Yeah. I
It's
mean,
Rogue.
we can see how successful that is. The fact they have an
Yeah,
identity.
like
They have not lost yet.
when 3 weeks in, 3 weeks in, like in the first 2 weeks, I was still doubtful. Even on this one, I'm still not I wasn't still convinced. Now I cannot deny that Rogue is clearly a team that has to find itself.
Yeah, but I'm still not convinced with Rogue's performances, because everywhere I look at LEC teams having no idea what to do.
Is this maybe
Like,
just
don't get
a
me.
classic rogue
Like,
spring?
no, 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 no.
Yeah,
They're just
don't.
taking advantage
Listen.
of the fact
Rogue
that
is playing really well, by the way. Rogue
Yeah,
is playing really well. I'm
they
not taking
deserve to
anything
be
away from
unbeaten.
Rogue.
no.
It's just when opponents when you're playing teams that have not figured out their own style yet, that have not figured out how to play together properly yet, and you're coming in with your best foot forward, you're always going to win those games.
So here's my
Yep.
question to you guys, regarding Rogue. They're undefeated right now. Do you think
Yes.
they're world class?
Nope.
No.
At least he's doomed.
No, I don't think it's
No,
doomed
no, no. LEC
because
is not
Rogue.
doomed.
Yeah,
It's
Rogue
just
doesn't really.
like every time when you watch the LEC, what do we see? The start of the split is not very good, right?
Yep.
But when you go to the tail end, all of a sudden every team starts ramping up.
Yeah.
Matt did that last year.
Mm-hmm.
G2 did that last year.
G2 does that.
G2
Even
has done that
Fnatic.
for years at this point.
Fnatic spedran that getting good quickly.
I mean, Fnatic did that last year.
Yeah.
Schalke did that last year.
I think last year.
No, it was last year. Last year it was last spring.
Yeah,
I.
spring. Okay,
Oh
yeah.
yeah, that's
Summer
pretty. Yeah.
summer was very way too sad for me to talk about, but
No, no, we don't
Summer
talk
it was
about
a
that.
plane crash.
summer was sad is sad for me to talk about.
No, but spring was like spring. They really popped off.
Yeah.
Then you see like Misfits really do well after a split. It's like these teams are taking time because they have had no practice with their new roster.
Do you think things would be different if LEC was BO3?
Yes,
Mm,
a little bit, but yes. What they really
yeah,
need is a pre-tournament.
yeah, they need something like, and I feel like the one of the things that I would like to see a lot, and was something that was that I saw pointed out at least on a comment already, or from Twitter, was a tournament with. I feel like a tournament with the U Masters would be great
Yeah,
from the for the
I
region.
was thinking about that too when Slayer brought up
With the U Master,
pre-tournament.
yeah, with the U Master teams. I mean, obviously, like it's a good way not only to get the overall region to prove, but to get the
Yeah,
teams to get practice time, and
yeah,
Yeah.
that would
because
work marvelous with
yeah,
them.
because if you look at Fnatic clearly have no idea how to play yet, because these are five. Apologies.
That's
There are
fine.
five different teams. There are five different individuals on the same team trying to figure out how to play, except for Upson and Helly because they've been together. But Razor clearly has no idea how to function in this team yet.
Mm-hmm.
They have a new shot caller in Humanoid, so this team has no idea. They have Vitality, which is a super team. They're going through an ebbs and flows, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
They look great once, and then they don't look great another time. So then you have Matt, right? Well, Elioya has basically said this weekend that he is having to learn how to shot call in the mid game.
Yep.
So
Mm.
You have these teams, and even G2 is probably having some problems themselves. So you have these teams that are having these problems. How do you think they're going to be good?
Yeah, the growing pains for LEC are probably much bothersome than from other regions. Not because they cannot like get earlier practice time or anything like that. It's just that I feel like their shuffles are a little bit more riskier than most other places, and that's why we see much more adapting time from some of the teams. Like it takes them time, but when they are able to kick it up a notch, they kick it up. So it works out better for them.
Yeah.
I mean, LEC is one of the like the premier regions that really likes to bring in rookies, right? So,
Yeah, and the other
Mm.
thing is that, and this is reflective on when you look at the playoffs, right?
mhm.
You see, for the last a year, we've seen Rogue always be at the front. What
Yep,
happens when the playoffs come in?
they always fall down.
They always falter. Sometimes at
Yep,
the finish line, they falter.
it's at the
Because
start. It's at the
this is
finish.
also
They fall.
cognizant of this Rogue, by the way. This Rogue plays an exact style which you know what you're going to get out of them.
Yeah, like even with the addition of the newer players, there's still markings that really define their way of playing
I
from
mean,
previous iterations.
they didn't change the coaching stuff, right? Did they?
Yeah,
They
No,
didn't.
but
no, they didn't.
the style is different because that's how they play.
What do you
But
mean
I
style?
don't think it's I don't think it's that different. I
No,
feel
it's
like
it's
I
like
feel like it's
Rogue's
close to the
early
same.
game is not as strong as before. They're just more focused around a front to back team fighting team.
Yeah.
That's what they do.
I mean, maybe that's
Yeah,
just
no,
the
I
coaching
think
ast that's just the
the thing is you can
coaching
see
staff guide.
you can see markings from how Rogue played this year as well as from last year. Like there are markings that really define how Rogue plays. Like even if they take away from a little bit on the early game, like you can still see some of the movements that they go for, some of the rotations that they like to go for, and even if it's a more a traditional 5v5 style play now, much more focused on fighting together as team, it's still there's still a lot of things that we have, or not a lot, but there's still quite a few things that we have seen from previous years coming into this Rogue team, and
Yeah,
that's thanks to the fact that the coaching staff hasn't changed.
Yeah,
yeah,
I do agree
basically,
on that.
Rogue still has the same characteristics as last year, even though they changed their methods a bit, basically. And to close things off, I guess LEC will continue to be a shit show until we get to playoffs, where
yeah.
teams
I
just
think so. Yep.
decide to. I think Vitality right now, they're probably not even concentrating on getting to the top of the league. They're probably just like,
I don't think they care about the top of the league.
I don't think Vitality, Fnatic, or Matt care about getting to the top. I don't think
yeah.
even
Yeah,
G2 does.
Does G2
Like,
does?
like
I don't think even G2 does.
I think
G2
getting to
never.
playoffs
Yeah.
for any of these teams means like they have 100% of a chance to win it.
Yeah,
Their
Like just
baseline is
just
sixth
playoffs
place.
is it's a possibility of
Their
winning.
baseline is sixth place. That's basically it for
Exactly.
this.
Yeah, it's not like Excel or one of those teams where if they get playoffs, then they are happy.
Yeah.
yeah.
It, like,
The
but
thing
for the
is,
other reasons.
that like the how the league is going, this works in my opinion, in one team's favor. Like except for Rogue, obviously, it's mad because they've already beaten Vitality in G2.
It's a
So
double round
down the
robin
Yeah,
though.
line,
It's a double round robin though, right?
but they can only just like
it's a
they,
double
they
round
already
robin.
have
So
at least a victory in their
Yeah, yeah,
favor.
yeah. So the G2 can only tie things up along
so
with
down the
Vitality.
line, what we can see is they'll just be one of the top four. If they're the top four, they're fine.
Yeah,
Yep.
pretty much. So
Because all these teams care about is the top four.
yeah,
Yeah, having the double chance in playoffs is probably what
Yeah.
they really really want.
once they get the double chance, things are even more chilling for
They
them.
can fail twice. They can fail once. I mean,
They can fail
yeah, twice now.
twice.
One, they can fail once.
They can run it down once. Guys, you got
Yeah,
one.
they
You
can
can
run
run
it down
down one
once.
series. It's
That's
fine.
it.
Yeah, have an extra life. But yeah,
Yeah.
is that all we're gonna say about EU right now?
I mean, EU wise, I think the only thing that I would like to add is the fact that, um, well, is kind of figuring it out, and we probably will see a better LEC, like, I think after week 6 or something.
Yeah, after the halfway point, and teams start to be
Yep.
like, oh shit, guys, we have the test is coming. Gotta start
The
studying for
split
it.
is over.
Oh no,
The
the
test is
split is over,
tomorrow.
guys.
The test is tomorrow. We gotta
Yeah,
start studying.
it's
uh,
about time they get down to business at that point.
yeah. All right. So we'll see. We'll see if they manage to make that
One quick thing I
happen.
want to say before we go away from EU is that I got 0 games right from Saturday. 0. Like I hate that so much, but okay, I can live with that. Like I didn't expect Excel to get Mickey, so that's on me. But
But I don't
uh,
think that would have mattered.
I feel like it changed. I feel like it did have a positive change on Excel. Like the extra voice that Mickey brings, I feel like it's better than what they had previously. Not saying that it was their previous support's fault, just that having a more experienced voice
I mean, I mean,
certainly
I
does
mean,
help.
I mean, do we talk about the fact that how they kicked out?
Advin.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, that was bad, but
I
Oh,
mean,
it's so
I
bad.
can see
what are we
what they
expecting
why
from
they did
Excel?
it.
What are we expecting
Like
from
I
Excel
can
at
see
this
why they
point?
did it.
They have a
Wait,
history of doing
Yeah,
this shit.
you did get 2 right. What are you talking about, TDS?
no, on Saturday I
On
get 0.
Saturday. Right.
Yeah, no. What I mean more is that it's bad. It's a bad way of it's a bad way they did it because they first say that they are committed and they change. But I can understand why they did it because bringing a more experienced voice can be a really important thing for a team overall. And I
Yeah.
But
feel
but
like
Excel has
that
done
it's a
this before,
positive
which is
change.
which is my problem with them. They've done this before.
Yeah, that's the thing. As a team, like I feel like they could have managed things better, especially after they have done this already. Like they can try and manage things better, but they simply don't care, it seems. Like they'd rather just try and improve the team, even if that costs them public image.
Sir, your camera's
Which
turned to
ironically,
static
it's
again.
strange.
My camera's doing what?
Static. It's static again.
Really?
Yeah.
It seems fine here.
Well, it'll probably come back. It'll probably come back in a bit. Looks like we're both getting infected by. We're both just starting to cough a lot right now. Don't worry, TDS, you're next. You're next.
It's
Don't
the
worry,
sore throat syndrome.
TDS, you're next. Don't worry about it. He's the next
It'll
one to get
happen.
COVID, according to it. First was me, then was Slayer. Next it will be TDS. And speaking of hopping, we're gonna hop off Europe. We're gonna go.
We should probably finish up the EU predictions
All right.
because EU at least has games.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Yeah, you
sure.
will be playing next week.
All right.
I just don't know which games they're playing, but yeah.
Let's predict then for LEC.
Just a second. I'm just. Well,
This was a
all
weak
I'm
week
gonna
for
say
us.
is last week, TDS got 3 right, Miles got 3 right, and I got 4 right. That's how
Yeah.
good we are, guys.
I just want to say that I should have gotten
We're never
4
getting a job at the
because
LEC.
I
That's
thought
basically.
G2 was going to win, and then my mind made me think no, otherwise. Never trusting myself again.
Again, again, it's a shit show, guys.
All right.
Yeah. This
Uh,
was my worst week of predictions, by the way, in every league. This was my worst week.
really?
Yeah, on LPL I got 3, on LEC I got 3, and I think on LCK is the one that I got the highest.
How many did I get for uphill? 1, 2, 3, 4. So I beat you at I beat you at uphill.
Like on LCK I got 6. Yeah, this was my worst week of predictions.
Nah, fair enough. I mean, sometimes it happens. You know.
It would have gotten better on the LPL if not for B5 thinking that Aatrox was going to work against Zion. Still can.
Aatrox.
I hate Rich so much. Like he played so well that series.
But it's Aatrox.
You wanna hit him.
Yes, Rich continuing to plague DDS even after he transfers out of the LCK.
Yep. It's sad,
I
but
don't
it's
think it was
reality.
actually on Rich.
No, it's not. It's just whoever drafted the Aatrox
No,
first.
yeah,
He
for
probably
whoever
insisted on the
picked the
Aatrox. No,
Aatrox, I
no, no, no.
want to hit
He,
them.
it was probably
I,
him.
I
100%
can
was him.
100% tell you, even with the soul kill, that picking Aatrox against Zion is one of the worst ideas you can go for. And it was a counter pick. It wasn't even a blind pick, which is the worst part.
I mean,
Yeah.
he has to live with the consequences, TDS.
Okay. Okay,
And
guys.
they were winning
Let's
that game even.
let's go with
Yeah.
predictions then.
All right.
Vitality Rogue.
Wait again.
Oh no. Wait. It's
Yeah, I
only
was thinking
Misfits.
what?
My bad. Misfits. Yeah. Let's go.
Uh,
Vitality.
Vitality.
Yeah. I mean, Misfits probably played the best game they've ever played. They played all split against Mad. But that's it.
Might also pick Renekton, Nidalee, and Victor together.
Yes. Yes.
We'll see. We'll see. SK
Also, that was
versus.
probably the worst Unforgiven game yet.
Yeah, that was the worst. That was the one game Unforgiven had. Like, it was Unforgiven's worst game.
Yeah.
All right. Next one, SK versus
Okay.
Stralis.
SK cannot possibly lose against Astralis, right?
Oh, SK cannot possibly
They
lose
cannot
against
possibly
Astralis.
lose. They can't possibly do
Right.
it.
Like if they lose this game, I don't know what to say about SK
Yeah, this is gonna
anymore.
be Rogue.
Rogue versus
Easily.
Excel.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably Rogue. Well, we're basically in agreement right now.
Watch how we go for
We give
Rogue
up on
this time
EU.
and then Excel lose G2, yeah.
BDS versus G2. Who you got?
G2.
Obviously.
G2. Mad
Like
versus
the
Fnatic.
only
I think that's
advantage that
the
BDS
most.
has, it's jungler.
I
And they
think
I
don't
think
win
Mad
against
vs
G2.
Fnatic is actually a flip.
this is the coin flip. Who do you guys got?
This is a flip.
I take Mad.
Okay.
I'll take Mad because
I'll take Fnatic then. There we go.
it's a flip.
Yeah.
I can't let it go perfect, guys. I have to disagree somewhere.
I like my chances on Mad this week. Like, yes, they picked stupidly last on Saturday, yeah. But Mad is
Saturday,
still an
yeah.
improving team.
Yeah, so who's gonna int more, Mad or Fnatic? That's what I'm curious about.
No,
Exactly.
who's gonna int more, Razork or
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 Matt.
Matt just has one of those days? One of those days.
Vitality
I mean,
for Saturday.
I mean,
I feel like
Astralis going to
Astralis
beat
will.
anyone.
I
But
feel like
Astralis didn't
Astralis
win a
will
game yet.
win. I think Astralis will
Astralis didn't
Yeah,
win
win
a
just
game
to make
yet.
you doubt Vitality.
and this shouldn't be their first win.
So what? You got Vitality?
Yeah,
I don't know. I
you're
got.
going for
Actually,
Astralis.
I'm
win
going for
Astralis.
I'm going
Really.
with Astralis because
Okay.
I don't have trust in Vitality as of yet.
Yeah, Misfits.
SK versus Misfits, TDS.
I'll take my chances with SK on this one.
Same.
I honestly think they need to replace Certus immediately.
Who?
Certus.
The mid
Oh,
laner.
right.
Not good.
Yeah, he's coming out to be a much more of a liability than I expected. And also, Gideos needs to stop flipping so much.
Fnatic
Fnatic here
versus
as well.
Fnatic. I'll go with
Like
Fnatic.
I don't think Fnatic wins this one. I mean Excel wins this one.
All right. BDS versus Mad.
Mad. Once again, the only advantage that BDS has over other team or that they can play around is Singroff, and they don't win that against Elioya. So
I will cheer for BDS, but no,
I think
fine,
G2.
Rogue versus G2. You think G2
Yeah,
is gonna be the first one to
I
draw
take
blood against
G2.
Rogue?
I still think it's gonna be Rogue.
Okay. G2, and I will be with Slayer on this one.
No, because I don't think G2 is like we remember last week, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I said G2 has those games where they look absolutely great, and then they have those games where Flacken and Targamas have no idea what they're doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it happens.
But they're maybe they'll eventually get there where they
The
become
more
that
No,
they
no, no, they
consistent.
play,
will
the
get
more
there.
cohesive it gets.
I'm
Yeah, the
not
more they
denying they
play,
won't get there. It's
the,
just
the more cohesive it gets. It's I get the point where they are not like OMG in the sense that they are super flippy, but they are still flippy. Like they flip some games in weird ways, and that's not consistent enough to have a lot of hope or believe in G2 in some of those games. But I
yeah,
think that against Rogue, against teams that are better than or that should be better than them or that seem better than them, I
yeah,
think that G2 just plays in a better way. And I think that
yeah.
that certainly helps
So
their chances against Rogue.
guys, 4 questions, right?
Hmm.
Wrap this
Yeah.
up. So far, based on 3 weeks, what was the most surprising team in the LEC?
Rogue.
Surprising. Didn't expect it. Well, I think it's gonna
So
be one answer. Everyone's got the same answer,
Yeah. I got
right?
I got Rogue.
Yeah, everyone's got Rogue.
I got Rogue being
I
this
guess
good.
Rogue is a huge surprise, but I'm also kind of surprised with SK with how bad SK has been.
No, I was gonna go to the next one. Most disappointing.
Yeah, okay. So yeah, most surprising Rogue, most disappointing SK for me. Like when the split started, I thought they were going to be at least top 5,
Yeah, same
and the
here.
record certainly
Same here.
says that otherwise. So
Same here.
it's bad.
Yeah.
Most disappointing thing in LEC.
Team. Team.
Well, it's hard when I didn't really have much expectations in LEC, to be honest.
I expected nothing, so I cannot be disappointed
I
by nothing.
expected nothing. I just expected Fnatic to be good, and which they are. So I can't really complain too much. But Rogue was the most expected positive thing. For negative, what do I say?
You can say
Uh,
Astralis being 0-7 or 0-6.
I mean,
0-5, I mean.
did you
oh,
guys
oh,
expect Astralis to be like that big of a bottom feeder?
no,
No.
I didn't think they'd be the bottom.
Actually, yeah, you guys are right.
I
I think I'll put
I
Astralis in. Yeah, I'll put
I
Astralis
thought it
in
was
as negative.
BDS, honestly.
You thought
I
it was
mean, th-
BDS?
I thought BDS was going to be
Thinkos
the
making a good case for himself.
Who? What'd you say?
Thinkos.
yeah, Singrove.
Oh, yeah.
Uh,
What about
so
you? You
most surprising player.
impressing player?
Yeah,
Impressive.
for me it's Unforgiven. This guy came out. This guy literally came out of nowhere.
Still
Yeah,
Yankos for me.
it's hard nuts.
I mean,
Uh,
Yankos has
Yankos is
been good,
always
but
good.
Unforgiven has come out of nowhere.
yeah, that makes sense. But Yankos is still
I'll
the king
go
of the
for
jungle.
Malrang.
Malra,
I
yeah,
think
okay.
Malrang has been really good for Rogue. He
Most
has been
disappointing player.
like one of the better parts of the Rogue roster.
Yeah, most disappointing player.
Mm,
Most disappointing player? Easy answers probably Promiscu.
I don't think Promiscuous played that
good.
bad.
Yeah, what? I'd say. Hmm, this is a tough one for me.
Most disappointing player? Maybe Razork?
I'm gonna say treats.
That's a good one.
I'm gonna say treats.
That's a good one.
Yeah, that is a good one.
Like treats and Jezu have not been good at all.
I mean,
Considering we kind of expected them to be good.
it's hard when you're in the team that forces you to play jungle and then you go back to your old. I don't know. I kind of want to
He
give
chose
Treats
for
a.
himself.
I want to give Treats a kind of a benefit of the doubt there, but like, yeah, as you said, he did choose himself. So
I cannot say. For me, it's hard. I feel like it. if I have to go for someone, Armad. I feel like Armad hasn't been.
Armut,
Yeah, I feel like Armad hasn't been
Armut carried
that
two
great this split.
games by
I don't
himself.
think I think they won in spite of like Armad was there and he was there essentially. Like I don't think Armad has been that great. I feel like
Listen,
he's
without
not
Armut, they
there.
don't win again. They don't win on Friday. Without Armut, they don't win another game as well. So Armut has
I
been
don't
good.
100%. I don't agree 100%. Like I feel like you could put another top laner there in those situations and they probably win the game
No, I
still.
mean, I could think of several people before Armut.
Yeah, so like that's the thing for me. I thought Armored was going to be the better top laners, and in reality, he has been disappointed yet. Like I haven't been not only impressed, but I wasn't expecting Armored to not be there yet. Like from Matt, I was expecting Reeker and Unforgiven to not be there, but I thought Armored, Ilyoya, and Kaiser would be the players that would still be relatively comfortable
Beastly
playing there.
ones.
They would still appear, and Armored hasn't been there for me. So I've been disappointed in him thus far.
All right, all right. So you got any more Slayer, or shall we hop off the league?
No, I mean we can hop off the EU track.
We hop off the EU track into the Korean track, guys. Let's talk about the
Into the
LCK.
LCK track.
Yeah, we
Well,
talked about
we
the
had
LP.
surprises.
We
I
did
mean, to be
indeed.
honest, like the LCK is going actually kind of like what we expected.
Yep, cannot say I didn't expect this.
The team that didn't make much of a change is at the top of the league.
Mm-hmm.
Who knew?
Yes,
Who knew?
Damn, took a
I
detective for
did.
that one.
I can 100% tell you that I did. I knew.
I mean, I agree with you when I said that T1's going to be at the top of the league. It's
Yeah, that's what I
ranking.
said.
Wow, it's
Yeah,
like a
I
complete
still say
soup from 3 to 6 right now. It
I
is the
still say
LCK
I
soup.
agree. I was right. It's
It's
great. Now, what is more surprising? Like we knew how that it may end up like this. Like the thing is, I wasn't. I don't think any of us expected that KT loses against LSB and then wins against NG. Like
I mean,
yeah.
listen, Genji was due in those games because
Listen,
if you watch Genji games, Genji did one thing. Every game they played differently. So there was a
yeah.
moment where everything kind of collapsed for a series.
See, I agree with
You know,
that. The only thing,
you
like,
know. I will bring back one thing. You remember when the height of Dunmon's powers, they lost to
yeah,
Bro.
yeah.
the good old times. Yeah,
They lost to the weak Bro, not the strong Bro.
yeah, the good
So
old
yeah,
bro.
I mean, it happens all the time.
Yeah, no, it's not that I'm against it. My problem with it, it's that KT is such a bizarre team because unlike that bro, KT is not bad.
Yeah,
Like that bro was 10th place or at best 7th. Like this KT can get to playoffs. Can be a playoffs team.
I
The
mean,
problem is
they're
that they
contending
go
for it
and
right
lose to
now.
LSB and immediately wins against Genji the next day. So it's
yeah.
so bizarre. Like
I
but it's
mean,
still they played so well.
what do you
Like
expect
2-0
from
in Genji is not easy.
what do you expect from Rockstar Games themselves? It's just it's like that. It is.
It's a damn roller coaster.
Yeah, it's a damn roller coaster.
Thank
That's
God I'm
the
not.
R
Thank God
in
I'm
their
not.
name.
Like I swear. Thank God I'm not their fan because I like everyone. Their fans must be suffering so much,
Oh
so
man,
many
their
times.
fans have been for years. Ever since KT was an organization. It's just been an up and down ride with a lot of
Yeah.
downs. A very much a lot of
I swear.
downs.
Like I swear.
The other takeaway I had from the LCK week was Nongshim needs to stop playing team fight comps because they clearly have no idea how to play them.
Yeah, they are not the greatest at team fighting. We can see that, and it's surprising to me because one thing I would expect them to be able to pull off with Ghost is playing team fighting. Like Ghost is not the best at laning wise, even though he has had good moments laning in laning phase. But Ghost doesn't really shine in laning phase. He shines out of laning phase,
Yes.
and BDD is one of the main laners that I think team fighting wise is also really really good. So
Yeah.
I would expect them to having two of the better team fighting carries in their team to be good team fighting, good team fighting team. And in reality, it's so disconnected how they play. Maybe it's
Yeah.
Straight and Canon not really following up on how they want to,
Yeah, I
or
was
Peter
about to
being too
say that.
young. But
I was about to say maybe it's the supporting cast behind the team fighting carries that are kind of letting the team down in that sense.
I mean, no, I don't think so because every time when I look at Nongshim, Dread is trying to do something and all of his team are just backing off.
that sounds
Cohesive.
familiar.
You know what's going on there? I think BDD's got the curse of Genji in his head.
Oh no.
The Genji syndrome.
Oh no.
The
We need
old
to
Genji syndrome.
we need to get BDD out of Korea because last time
I
he was
don't
out.
agree. No. Like he's doing fine. Just give him time. He will be okay.
All right, if you say so.
Yeah, no,
I
no,
mean,
no.
Longshim completely different from what they were before, which is kind of expected. Completely revamped roster anyway. So,
You want to talk about a team that that is really completely different? I think we talk about the other one, the one that they lost to. Like
uh,
Nongshim has so few things that you really need to think about, because I feel like they are a win lane win game kind of team where
Yeah.
Ghost doesn't really need to do anything. He just needs to survive, like he did on
Though
Damwon,
I will say
and that's
this,
okay.
right? The one thing that does concern me about T1, right,
mm-hmm.
Okay,
is that in some games they look pretty shaky when they shouldn't.
yeah,
Okay, yeah.
I can
Like,
agree with that.
and then this is coming at a point when there's some teams that have no idea how to play it.
So you think
Like
T1's
DRX
gonna
is
peter
starting to
off,
get some
maybe?
momentum now. DRX is starting to get some momentum now because they're finally on the same page.
It's
Uh,
like a completely different team. It's like watching a 100% a different team. Like they are
yeah,
playing better. They are all playing in unison. They are
and
trying
and
to
and
actually play like a
Damwon is
team.
just going to get better,
Obviously,
and Damwon and Genji are just going to get better because
obviously DRX sacrificed something to the gods or to the devil.
yes, yes they did,
I don't
yes
know.
they
I don't
did.
know how that happened or why that happened, but we'll
But
eventually know.
but 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 Genji and DK are going to get better. DRX is going to get better. But
Yep.
problem with T1 is I don't know how much better will they get.
According to TDS, T1 still has so much more potential, though.
Yeah, realistically, they like. I understand your point where the other teams have much more potential, maybe just because they are players that haven't played previously together. So that is going to be a much higher curve for them to grow into. But I feel like T1 will like their ceiling, and I said this last year in Worlds as well. Like T1 for me had the highest ceiling skill wise in the team,
Mm-hmm.
and I stand with that once again. Like they have probably the highest skill ceiling in any team in the world. Even though they have played together, like adding an extra piece that it's still a young player. Like this is pretty much Zeus's rookie split because he has played 2 games previously. So he still has so much to grow for. You still have so much to add to your team, because adding a new player is still adding someone to the dynamic. And this is still a team that realistically has a new coach as well. Like Bengi came in just recently, so those matisms, those
Guys,
Listen.
that's
things
the
T1
key,
that
doesn't
right?
have a
that
new
those
coach.
That's the key, right?
hmm?
Bengi with Faker. T1 gonna win
T1
rounds.
doesn't
that
have a new coach. T1 has the same coach.
no,
He
Bengi
plays
came
mid
in
lane.
new. No, but Bengi came in like
No, no,
that.
no.
That
He
is
plays mid lane.
like
That's
no,
the
no, no,
coach.
no, no, no. He's not like
Yeah.
he's been there and
We
he helped.
all
He's
know
player
not the
he's the
coach. No,
player
player
coach.
player
that's
coach
not true. Like
Faker.
I can assure you
We
100% that
all
during
know that.
Kuma's time, Faker wasn't the coach.
No, no. We all know he is the coach.
He's not the coach. Like he helps, but he's not the coach.
I
And
don't
you
No,
know.
no. He
certainly take
is the
input from
coach.
the
According
best
to
player. Like
TDS,
you,
according to
you,
Monte Cristo, though,
yeah.
his sources inside said that player Faker was basically being the coach.
No, you take input from the best player. Like
No,
that's a
no, no, no.
given.
He
But
is the
he's
coach.
not the coach. He's
If
not
he
the
goes
coach.
into
Like
Bengi and says, "We want to
I
play
can assure you,
this,"
he's not the
Bengi can't
coach.
say no.
Bengi just like, I support you
Bengi can
guys.
because Bengi was the one that was pretty much holding the leash for the dog, essentially.
Wait.
What?
What?
What I mean with that, it's not saying that he was better. He was always the one that was beside Faker. Not saying that he was better than Faker. Not saying that he was
Yeah,
the
and
brains behind
Faker
Faker.
wanted him
He was
because Faker
beside.
wanted someone to be on his side in the coaching
Yeah,
staff.
no, I don't disagree with that. What I do disagree is that I can assure you that Bengi still has much more input than Faker as a coach,
Basically,
even
guys,
No,
we
though Faker
have
has a lot
Faker
of
is the
input.
we
coach.
have the Faker
I don't
Bengi
agree.
coach duo.
Faker, I don't agree.
Yeah.
I don't agree. Bengi right now it's over. He's
Listen,
over Faker in terms
listen.
of coach
At
as a
this point,
coach.
if Faker wore a suit instead of his jersey and started playing, we'd be like, yeah, it's fine. He's the coach.
Yeah.
I don't agree. I don't agree. I think we're taking this way over the top because it's I'm 100% sure that it's not the case where Faker is 100% the coach. Like I can
Yes.
see him giving input because he is the best player, so it would make sense. Like you take the best player's input sometimes, but
No.
like
Obviously, you take the input
if
for the best
Bank is
player.
there,
But we all know
yeah,
Faker's the
he's
coach.
not the coach. Nah, I'm dying on this hill. He's not the
guys,
coach.
guys,
Like
the
he's
only
not the main
thing, the only
coach.
way we need to solve this is to get Faker as a guest. Obviously, let me ask him.
Yeah,
Faker, are you
that's the only way.
Faker, are
That's
you
the
the
only way.
coach?
That's the only way it works out.
Faker talking to us would be a big achievement for this channel. Let's be real.
Can he speak English?
He can a
Yeah,
bit, yeah.
to a certain degree, I
He
fast
talks to
first. I
Tyler
know.
one in English, obviously.
Or maybe Tyler
Thing
One
is that
knows Korean
I'm pretty sure I'm
secretly.
pretty sure he's not proficient, so probably can just talk a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, to wrap this up, 4 questions
Yeah, we
again.
were talking a lot.
Most impressive team. For me, it's still Genji. Because when Genji looks on, they just pretty much blow everyone out of the water.
Mm,
In different ways.
DRX.
Out of just 3 games? They
Yes.
just won 3 games, man.
Yeah, you said this week. Isn't it for
No.
this
Most
week?
impressive so far, 3 weeks.
Oh, in 3 weeks. All right, never mind. I
Yeah,
thought you meant this week.
I
In,
think Genji, because of how differently they've won their games and how differently they play their games every single time.
I mean, it's basically between Genji and T1, right?
Yeah.
I
On the
take
most.
like for me, I want to say two teams because one is obviously T1,
Yeah, and the other
the
is.
other is KT.
Really?
Not because they are better, but or yeah, not because they are better, but when you look at KT, like there's some games that they just win so effortlessly, and there's some games that they just lose so effortlessly. Like they are the most impressive team to watch in terms of what you'd really expect, what you expect out of them,
So they
which is nothing. Like it's so random watching KT, but there's some really great games and there's some really bad games,
they
and
live
it's
up to
so
the
great to
name.
see them.
They live up to the name. What can you say? It's
Okay.
It's a roller coaster. It's so great to see.
no.
Like impressive for me. KT is it's the impressive in the sense of what, like
it's,
that kind
it's
of what.
it's
Yeah, T1 is more like okay,
yeah,
nice.
it's expected.
KT is what?
So, so most disappointing. I think everyone has the same answer.
Uh, for me it's the
Damn one.
freaks.
Yeah, it's freaks.
For
Come
me it's the
on.
freaks.
Oh, really, freaks?
I expected a lot more
Oh,
from them coming
Well,
into
goodness.
this
we
list.
did expect quite a lot more from the freaks.
I mean,
I expected a lot more. I mean, they have Keen, Fate, LM, pretty good jungler. They have Teddy.
Teddy.
Keen right now is thinking I'm in jail again, haven't I?
It's just he's just cursed. He's never allowed to
Like
have a good
he
team.
like by this point he needs to realize that maybe it's not the team. He needs to get away from the org.
Maybe, but
Like maybe it's the org because when you get 5 players that on paper should be better, except for maybe Elim, like the other 4 should potentially be better. Oh wait, and Hoyt, like the other 3 should at least be better than what he had previously, and he can still win. Like I feel like the org is course or something.
I mean, it's either Keen or the org that's cursed. If Keen transfers to another team and the same thing happens to him, then
Yeah,
I don't know
it's
what to
Kin.
say. I don't
That's
know.
Kin.
I don't know what to say anymore. But
That's on Kin 100%.
yeah, the rebrand it's not working out well for the freaks right
Okay.
now. They're
Most
pulling
impressive
off.
However-
player thus far.
Huh?
Most impressive player
Most impressive player?
Hmm.
Yeah, for me it's Rascal. Like what happened to Rascal?
No, he was always this good. He was just shackled.
He was shackled by the Genji
He was
girls.
shackled by
No,
Genji.
it's not really like I remember talking a little bit about this because remember that Genji quite often put Burdo when with Cleed and put Rascal with the other jungler they had. I don't remember
They
the name.
also
Sorry.
played Rascal with Clint. Rascal's not very
Yeah,
good.
no, it's not like they couldn't play together, but they were doing that a lot in summer where they put Birdo with Khalid and Rascal with the other jungler. And I feel like there probably was a lot of quite a few problems
I
in
mean,
game in the
listen,
team,
listen.
particularly in the top
If
side.
you're not paired up with Clint, I think that's pretty good. Clint's not very
Yeah,
good.
that's well, on Khalid's side though, he did win this week. So
On
He didn't.
FPX, he actually played. No, he did.
He won one game.
wait, no, yeah, he won one game. Okay, wait, but they win one game, so Khalid can take
One
that
game, man.
One game
one game.
versus
He
LNG, who are
played three, so one out of three.
heavyweights.
33 is
33%
not
win
doing that
rate.
good. Have you seen Luma?
Like LNG is playing
LNG
with weights. They just want to show that they can win against everyone with a weight.
LNG LPL champions 2022. You
Okay.
heard it here first.
Most disappointing
Well,
player.
wait. I wanted to. I didn't say mine. I was thinking Rascal as well, just because of how well he was playing. Obviously, Faker. No, yeah, Rascal takes the cake for me. Or actually, Deft. And now that I think about it, Deft has been playing really, really well. Even in the defeats of DRX, like Deft was the only shining light out of that team.
What can
But
we expect?
Rascal, man.
No, Rascal has been great, but Deft, I think putting Deft up there would be fair.
Or maybe that's why KT won against Genji. It's the revenge of Rascal.
It's the revenge buff that he got.
Yeah.
Fair
Now
enough. Maybe that's
I
true.
don't think the revenge buff is that effective because Nongshim couldn't win against the one.
I mean, Nongshim. Why would Nongshim win against T1?
They had some
Kinda.
drama. They had some drama against the.
I mean,
Well,
Canna
if
played
it's
really
the
well though.
revenge buff,
Canna played really
then
well though. It's
kinda.
just Nongshim's just not good.
Yeah, but the revenge buff is not enough.
I mean, it's the curse of Genji. It's in BDD's head.
And not in Rascal's head. Well, Rascal was a maniac to begin with, so
Yeah.
I mean,
he was the one that would go
Listen.
Renekton all the time. So
The curse of Genji is always on the mid laner and the jungler.
wait, no, actually, I know why KT won against Genji. They had a better revenge buff because Live was there as well.
oh, okay. So you
It's
need
two on
you have
it's two on
two.
one.
You
Kana
have
was just alone. Like
kind of
Genji,
alone.
KT had two.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can't do it against
Yeah.
all of T1.
So most disappointing player for me, it's actually very easy. You can guess who it is.
Is it Teddy?
No, Elim.
Really?
He's awful.
He's all but is he really your most disappointing? I've been most disappointed by Croco.
I mean, Croco is in a team that's literally you can call him the jail.
Yeah, but LSV last year wasn't
Yeah, but
that great
LSB
either, and
lost
he
all
is
their
still
good players.
like
They lost Summit. They lost Fate.
I'm yeah, like it's not comparable to last year, but it's still Croco is a
No,
shadow.
no,
Like right
Croco is
now, he looks
good.
like a shadow.
Croco is good, but he doesn't have
But he looks
good
like a
solo
shadow.
laners.
No, but even then, like there's like some games out of Croco have been so abysmal. Like the Hecarim Yumi game, like they were so far ahead and he was killing people, but he never found any value.
Yeah, but because listen, he's playing with the top laner that just roll swapped.
Yeah, no, like I agree that his team is a huge fall compared to last year, but it's still like I was expecting Croco to at least look like one of the better junglers still.
Get
And like
Croco
kind
out of
of like
jail.
Syngroth in a sense, in how Syngroth has been with
Yeah.
BDS. Like you could clearly see that Syngroth is
Yeah,
the better part,
but the
and Croco
difference
hasn't
here
that.
is the LCK is not the LEC.
That is true. I can agree with that. Like that is 100% true.
Yeah, water is wet. Slayer.
No, but
Water is wet.
water
Water
is
is
wet. Yeah. The thing is, it is the better region, so that is true. It's going to be harder to look better on the better region. I think
God damn, that
I
was the
think with
most.
Elim,
I think that was the most pretentious I've heard you sound, TDS,
Yep.
ever.
really,
Yeah.
really, not even when I called T1 to potentially win both the splits.
No, I think to be pretentious, you have to put someone down.
Yeah.
So that's exactly what you did. You have to put someone down in order to do
I'm
it.
not putting them down. I'm putting them in their place. Okay,
And
so
there goes our European fan
when
base.
I
Bye
get
bye.
EU death threats, when I get EU death threats, I just hope it's not that bad. Okay.
Worse, you might get. At least you're not getting Brazilian death threats. Those.
I hope being Latin American, I don't.
Won't it be worse?
At least you're not getting the death threats LS got.
Yeah, that is true.
I mean, yeah. To be fair, Ellis
See,
probably
see
doesn't
I'm
really
at
deserve
least doing
those.
a good job
Never.
by not saying anything bad about anything in Korea. So I'm at least taking that away from myself.
We mean, you're the Korean fanboy. I don't expect you to say too much bad stuff
Yeah.
about
Exactly.
it.
Well, going back to topic before this gets way too convoluted, like I feel like I just didn't expect that much out of Elim to really be that disappointed about him, even though he has been bad. Like I still didn't expect that much from
No,
him.
because the reason I'm disappointed in LM is because he has a good team around him, but he's playing so god awful that his team has no flow.
I
It's
think it's
hard.
also Fate has been bad. Like Fate has been not playing that great either.
Would you call
So
him your
that
disappointment?
already this allows a lot of what the jungler
Fate
can
now
do.
feels how it. Fate now knows how it feels to be Chovy without a good jungler.
So is it Fate that's playing bad or LM? Because
Both.
I think it's LM.
I
or
think
is
it's both.
or
I
is it
think
both?
both are playing bad. Like some of the things that Fate has been doing laning wise have been bad.
I mean,
Alone. So like I cannot 100 like I cannot blame only Elim when Fate has also messed up. But at the same time, I can see if he messes up because he doesn't have a jungler. Like that can also be a possibility. So it's hard to tell. But the thing is, like I tell you, like I didn't expect anything out of Elim to start with. I didn't think that he was one of the better junglers to T1 anyway. Like he wasn't above cost.
oh man, the amount of people that flame cuz
Yeah.
shake my head.
Wait, is that a flame?
No,
I'm
no, no,
just
no,
saying he
no,
wasn't
no,
above
not you,
cost.
not you. I'm
Yeah.
just remembering the amount of unwarranted flame that Cuz got
Yeah.
last year.
Based on the LSB game, like he deserved flame. Just saying.
I think he was better than that just one game last year.
No, but KT, did you watch KT against Sandbox?
I did not.
Like
I did not actually.
that
Yeah.
was such a bad cost game.
Let's move on to
Cost
the LPL then,
series.
guys. Lastly,
We're gonna talk about the
the gr-
LPL.
yeah, the Grand LPL. Because
The Grand LPL.
Grand LPL.
yeah, because well, um, guess what, guys? EDG is still the best team.
Mm,
What do you
It's
mean?
impressive how
What do you
even
mean?
if they don't play, they
According
are
to the
still.
standings,
Yeah.
LNG is above them. No, I'm just kidding. They didn't play
Yeah,
enough.
because
They didn't play enough games.
Like even without playing, they are still the better team
Yeah.
yeah,
I don't think anyone can
listen,
disagree with that.
EDG's only lost one game.
against RA.
Of all the teams,
Can't
right?
believe it.
Of all the teams, right?
Well, they could have lost against LGD.
I mean, LGD at this point, it's a flip on whether they do something or not, right?
But I
Really?
will ask this question to TDS.
Yes.
TDS, are you regretting it yet? Weibo
Uh,
at fourth, are you
with
regretting it
Weibo?
yet?
Yeah, I'm regretting with Weibo. Like the thing is, I'm still kind of right because I said if they bring back the core of the 2020, they are going to fail, and they didn't because
Because
Sword
Sordar's
isn't
not
there.
playing. Yeah,
I mean, they
So
so
kind of need to
I'm
because
partly right.
in
I'm
some of their games,
partly
their
right.
shot calling is horrible.
That may be true, but I'm still partly right, which is what matters. But yeah, like
I think
I'm
Weibo will get
regretting it
better with
much
Sword
more
Art.
Red.
because I didn't. The thing that I didn't expect the most out of Weibo was the shy. Like I honestly had lost hope in the shy, and the fact that he's so great right
I mean,
now,
this could just be a honeymoon
like
period, TTS. He could end up
that is
disappointing
true.
later in the
But
No,
but,
season.
but that's
the
the thing.
interesting thing
Like
about the shy is,
the honeymoon
and
can
this is
still
what,
go on.
and this is why Weibo is working and previously IG wasn't, right? It's because when you are the shy and you're drawing so many enemy team and like you're drawing so many resources, your team needs to play to another lane. What
Yeah,
has IG historically never had? A good bot lane.
they just had it once. Yeah,
Yeah, pretty much.
like
And now
like
Weibo
once
has a
they
good
had,
bot lane
it's no longer that.
because the Shy is drawing so many resources. Angel and Huangfang are just
They're free.
steamrolling.
Yeah, they have free real estate, as they say.
Yeah, because
Yeah, like and it's not like for me it's not only the pressure that the shy did, but the shy always had that when he drew pressure, he outplayed and was able to draw the pressure and survive, and he's doing that right now. But there was that period where he drew pressure, he died thrice or
no,
four
he
times,
still dies.
and then
Don't get me
no, but the
wrong.
thing is he's dying less. Like that's the thing. Like the shy has improved on that as well. He's not dying that much. He's drawing the pressure,
Listen,
and he
is the
obviously
curse
has
of
the
IG
lanes to
is
carry.
gone.
So
The curse of
it's
IG is
like
gone.
yeah, like it's working for out for rookie as well. So yeah, it has to be the curse of IG.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think the last match it was Weibo Gaming versus V5, Rookie versus the Shy, and it was the Shy that ended up winning the matchup. Were you guys surprised by that or no? Did you
No,
expect
I wasn't. I
I feel like
expected it.
any V5
it
believers?
it was a toss. Like I feel we both thought it was a toss up because both teams didn't look that bad.
Hey,
But
hey,
I think that
hey,
Weibo was
hey! If you
coming in
looked at
favorite.
predictions, the only one who
Yeah,
got
no,
it right was
I'm
this
not saying
guy.
I'm not saying like
Yeah.
I'm just saying like I was going to say like we both thought it was a toss up, but but Weibo was the favorite coming in, and I feel like you were right with Weibo being the favorite because they were showcasing better things at B5. I just thought that in that series we were going to see the flip side of Weibo that we had seen previously. So I thought that that was going to come through, and it kind of did on the second game. Funnily
No,
enough,
it did on the first game.
on the first game, yeah, sorry for that. Like it did happen, so it's not like there was not a chance for B5 to be able to win the series. It's just that in the last round and in the last game they had the chance, like they had good opportunities. I think they were even ahead at one point.
Mm.
Rich even solo kills the shy twice in that series, which
I mean. To be
I
fair,
think I just want to point it out.
it's a counter pick of Akshan into Graves, which Graves
Yeah, I
has
know.
no idea how to lane.
No, but I just want to say I'm pretty sure none of us expected to see Reach ever solo killing the shy. Like we can
Yeah,
agree on that, right?
Yeah,
Like all of us can agree on that.
but I did
You tell
say
us
Rich
that
is playing
last.
well.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
he's
Rich is
playing
playing
better,
well.
but
Rich is playing well.
did we at any point expect Reach to solo kill the shy?
I mean,
Like that's the thing, right?
we expected the Shy to end. I mean, do you expect Rich to solo
But
skill
but
or the Shy
again,
to end at some
again, the
point?
Solo kill
moment
the shy.
the shy picks
Rich.
Sion, you're like, what am I supposed to do?
Yeah, no, that's the thing. And the worst part for me in that third game is you're going in as B5. You're playing well. You have counter pick top lane. You know it's a Sion. You pick Aatrox. God, I hate it.
And the
It
shy
is.
basically says, "Come at me."
It's definitely
He even solo
Rich.
killed the Shy, which is the worst part. He even solo killed the Shy as Aatrox.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
they
I
still
mean,
lose because it's Aatrox. Not
listen.
it's
You can
Sion.
die as Sion. Everything when you die as Sion, it's a good death.
The thing is, he
Good
died.
death. No,
He
you have to say
kills.
deaf. You have to say deaf.
No, but he
Slayer.
solo killed He solo killed Sion. He got executed, so Sion didn't get anything. And
And then Sion
it
took all the
still
minions.
it still matters absolutely nothing. Not because of the minions, because it's Aatrox against Sion. Like 10 minutes later, who cares if you solo kill the Shy? You're worthless. I just can't express my hate for that pick and that draft. Like that was such a dumb idea.
Yeah.
All right.
It was so
Uh,
close to being right with
so
V5. God damn it.
the hashtag TDS rant is done
So,
for
most
that
impressive team
series.
thus far, guys.
Oh, wait. Just to end with the P5, at least they are not tests that are disappointed to everyone and their families.
Oh, right,
There,
right, right.
that's
right,
it.
right,
You
right.
forgot their cows. You forgot their cows.
Yeah.
Dis-
No, they don't deserve any cows.
Dishonor
So,
on
guys,
you. Dishonor on your family.
so
Dishonor
guys,
So
on
we
your
most
have
impressive
cows.
team thus far.
Most
Most
impressive team.
It's EDG. They're
It
I
is
rolling
mean,
kind of the
people.
easy
sure.
answer.
I mean, sure, but that's the easy answer. Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
they're just
it's the
lone
easy
boy
answer.
people.
But I'll go for Weibo.
I'll go for.
I'll go for Weibo because I'm really like they have been impressing. They have been playing really well. I'm obviously sad that I went into them thinking that they are not even playoffs. So I'm wrong there. But yeah, they have been really impressive, honestly.
I would say, for me, V5, just because I don't think people expected much out of this roster, even though it was Carson and Rookie that did come in, and I mean, let's be real, a lot of people thought they were washed, but they're
Yeah.
showing that they're not.
Most disappointing team.
OMG.
Miles, you know where you and I are going with this.
Well,
uh,
actually,
In the
I know
bottom of
my
the
team.
barrel,
I hate
there's
them.
this team called Team WE.
I know you're gonna say TDS, TDS, obviously.
And for me, it's TS and
I'm
OMG.
gonna say WE because what the hell is this?
Uh, I don't know, man. I'm just. I experienced a lot of good things last year, and now I'm experiencing the absolute worst. I hate it. I hate it here. Uh, uh,
Can happen.
Ducks should be a WE fan.
One day we'll get back up
Okay.
eventually.
Most
It might take
impressive
years
player.
again. Most
If I've
impre-
learned anything with WE is that they have rough periods, but once they're up, it's great to see.
they will
So
do one big upset this split that will make everyone turn heads. I can guarantee
everyone has.
it. I can guarantee it right
Yeah.
now. It's in the
So
WE DNA.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So most impressive player thus far.
Uh
This is a tough one.
wanna say Shanzi?
I think that's a good one.
I think that's a very good one.
I don't think anyone expected much from Shanzi. Heck, I expected Makuya to be the one playing at first, but
No,
goddamn.
like, yeah, Shanji has been impressive.
I think, I'll take Xiao Laohu. I think Xiao Laohu has been playing great.
Okay. Yeah.
For
I really
me,
like
even
for
though it's
FPX.
very
I love
basic,
watching
I
him.
think it's Xiao Hu. This man's like carrying a hundred
Tigers.
100 kilogram backpack. Like he's trying to
Yeah, he's
carry an
been
entire team on him.
he has
He's
been
basically Morning
the
Royal, never give up.
I mean,
he has been probably
that's been the case
the
since
second
last
best
year. I mean,
defender.
what were you expecting,
Yep.
Slayer?
He has
But last
probably
year,
been the
Wei was
second
doing
best
it
mid
with him.
laner right now.
Wei was doing it with him. Now, not so much.
No, it's only him.
And
Yeah,
yet,
so I think right now it's Scout and him as the top two.
mid laners,
Yeah.
is Fofo still number 3?
I don't know.
No, I think number
I
three is
might make a
Doinby.
case for Angel.
Angel.
I think number 3 is Doinby, and I think Angel is above Fofo as well.
Okay, there's our top 5, guys. Wait. Top
No, I
6.
take Rookie over
No Knight.
Fofo as well.
No Knight.
Yeah, no Knight.
No
I take
Knight.
Rookie over Fofo as well.
Yeah, unfortunately, Knight kind of not really showing up, so we can't really put him in the top 5.
Yeah.
Wait, who are your top 5 mid laners in the LPL right now? Slayer.
Scout. Oh,
No, I got yours already, TDS.
yeah,
So
good mindset.
I think it'd be Shahu, Scout, um, Angel, Doinby, Rookie.
yeah, I think that's fair.
We had the same, just in
Mine-
different order.
Mine would probably be similar, honestly. What would I put on top? I would
Like
put
with how underwhelming
probably
Knight
put
and Cream
Xiaohu-
have been, it's not that hard.
I would put Xiaohu on top just because he's doing more with less.
That's fair.
Just that's
What?
basically my logic for that. If you're a carry player and you do more with less, all right, you're number 1.
It's a fair logic. It's a fair logic. It can work out really well. So
Not to
So you
discredit
take
Scout
it.
or anything. He's still
Okay.
really good.
Yeah, no, like the top two, I feel
Most
like it's pretty clear.
disappointing player, guys.
Most disappointing player.
Knight.
Pew pew.
Well, actually, Zoom.
That's a good one. I mean, wait. What
Yeah.
can you expect from the? What can you expect from Zoom?
I expected a massive upgrade over 369, and thus far, he has been one of the worst players on TS.
I mean, okay, fair enough.
He
But
does. He's not. He doesn't have any
do
impact.
you
He's
think?
not really winning any lanes. He's not really doing anything.
I
Like
mean,
him, like by like the legitimate, like the legitimate definition of a dead weight can be applied to Zoom and Zuo, as of now.
do you think it's just a product of the team that he's not able to do anything?
I hope it's the case. Like I hope it's that, because
Yeah.
if this continues when the team becomes more cohesive, or someone becomes much more of a voice there, like then like I don't know what to expect. Maybe Sun was just a
Mm,
small team player.
Well,
Yeah.
TDS, when the team
For
becomes more
me,
cohesive,
for
you still
me,
have you're still holding out some hope for TS.
yeah.
No, if the team becomes more
All
cohesive. That,
right,
no,
all
it's not
right.
when. Like if that happens, I'd buy my elbow.
Yeah.
All right, we'll hold you to that. If TS, TS, you heard it here now. If you become cohesive, TDS will bite his elbow.
Yeah.
Become
So
cohesive by the end of spring, please.
We'll see
I
if
want
they
to
are.
ask Miles this question,
Yeah.
right? Miles, do you think WE wins the series at like by game five? Like after game five is week five is done. Do you think they win a series?
What would they have after week 5?
I
No,
think the
no.
question here is: do
Up
they
until
play
week five.
TT?
Let's say week five's over.
Oh, do I think they'll win a series?
Yeah, because they play JDG, EDG,
Their
LGD, and OMG.
their best chance is LGD. If they don't win that, probably not.
I mean,
They have
OMG
one
lost to
shot.
LGD.
Yeah,
Yeah, but it's
OMG lost to LGD.
still
What's the point?
LGD is still probably their best shot. I don't think they're gonna beat JDG as of now. EDG would be the
Listen, to win against EDG, what you have to do is you have to make sure every single one of them has has a cold or something, and then they can't play.
yeah. They
well,
send in the
they
B
are they
team.
already helping. They are already helping every team with just letting Flandre rest. So that's already a plus.
I mean,
Even then, they beat everyone up.
No, but they are helping every team. They are giving the handicap themselves. Like now, you need for the other
No, no,
handicaps
the
to come through.
okay, handicap. Flandre plays Annie. Handicap, Flandre plays Shoga. Handicap, Flandre doesn't even play.
Exactly. Like they are already giving us the handicap. That now you just need for them to get even more handicaps, and then maybe you can think of winning against them. Maybe,
Yeah.
just maybe.
Like all like
Flanger.
I can imagine this, right? Like everyone has a cold except for Viper, and EDG still wins.
Yeah,
They just need
I can see
Viper.
that
Viper will
happening
just 1v9.
against WE 100%.
Uh, maybe. So that's why I said LGD. If they beat LGD, that's their only hope of getting a series win.
Just watch as WE pulls up a magic
Now,
pony out their asses and wins
now,
against EDG. Just watch.
If that
Just
happens, I
watch.
swear to God, I want it to happen just for the lulls. But it's also EDG, so
Yeah. No.
yeah.
Like
then again, I can also say it's also EDG,
So
and they'll
guys,
just throw
how
it.
confident do we feel about TES making playoffs?
They should.
as confident as winning the lottery.
God
Like
damn,
my
it's
confidence in them is the same as as my confidence in winning a Ballon d'Or this year.
guys. You would think that TES stole TDS's lunch money, his girlfriend, his car, his everything,
His identity.
his identity.
They've essentially kicked me in the nuts at least 3 times by this point.
All right, fair enough. Honestly, I probably wouldn't trust anyone who kicks.
Do you guys think Weibo will end up in top 4 at the end of the season?
Yes.
Yeah, probably.
Wow.
Yes. I
If
feel
they
like yes.
if they if they bring in Sword Art, that's my caveat.
Wait,
No,
end of the season or end of the spring?
end of spring, obviously.
Yes. Yeah.
If they
I
bring
mean,
in Sword Art.
I mean, Worlds is a mile away, man.
Wait, does that include
Yeah, it's a long time.
playoffs or no? Just regular season.
No, we're talking regular season.
Oh, yeah, probably.
I
Weibo
feel
will
I
win.
feel even in playoffs they are top
No,
4.
no. If they get top 4 in the regular season, then they're top 4 in the playoffs anyway.
Yeah, but I mean not only that. Like I mean they are a top 4 caliber team. Like
Yeah.
even if they are top 4
Yeah.
caliber team.
Would you say they're championship caliber or just top team
No,
level?
I don't think they are. I think they are dark horse team. I feel like they are a top 4 caliber
Listen,
team with
at
dark
this
horse
point,
potential.
the LPL is the EDG and everyone else.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but even
Like I'd
then,
put
even when you know that
LNG,
EDG is there,
RNG, Weibo, BLG, and V5 in the same basket.
I don't
And
I,
say,
I don't put I don't put the those like I feel like it's EDG
I
100%
think
on the top.
I think RNG and
LNG and
LNG deserve
RNG
a bit of
are, yeah, I
a
think
bit of
that
a
LNG and RNG are on a separate above them
again,
and then
as
the
I've said
rest.
about LNG, right? Who they played.
That is true, but I feel like they like you can see a
Like the
clear
strongest opponent according to the
parallel,
standings right now is FPX.
which they won. So
Yeah, but it's FPX.
who are they fighting
like the
next
thing is,
time? Wait, let me
it's
check.
also good that they are going for the break in 2 weeks. So they have this
Yeah, because
break.
next they play BLG.
Yeah, they're next they're playing BLG, so that's gonna be
Yeah,
a
they have this break. So this is going to be a good time to try
I
and
mean, I mean,
make LB Mauna be a
imagine.
liability.
Listen, imagine after the break, all of a
They get
sudden
worse.
WE has to face JDG and EDG. That's gotta be fun.
yeah.
They're getting their deserved vacation before they get. I cannot say this on YouTube. So before they don't like it.
Before they get
Oh
NS
no.
not safe for work.
Yeah, NSFW.
Yeah, they got not safe for work. Well,
So
before they're not they have to
so
write a
at
takedown
least
notice
they'll
on
be
the
able to
YouTube
go to
video.
a beach. To beach. They can just relax. They can just drink piña colada.
At this point, Miles should just become like the hype man for WE.
Yeah, don't worry. All right, yeah, I'll predict W every time.
I think it's easier to become the hype man when the team is doing good because at least it's believable. Like it's easy to say T1 will win because they are
Listen,
good.
if you're the hype man for the team, that's good. It's believable. If you're the hype man for the team, that's
Exactly.
shit. It's just funny.
It's copium.
Yeah. No, it's hard copium. I admit. I'm huffing it right now. I'm huffing as much
And
as
I'm
I can
supposed
right
to be
now
the copium dealer, right?
Yeah,
for
and
week
he
4
got
to
the
8.
supply from TDS's personal warehouse.
Yeah, I got it from you.
How the thing is since T1 is good, like mine is believable, so I don't have to worry about anything.
Oh yeah.
Yet,
No, you have hopium. Yours is
yet.
hope. You have the hopium supply. It's fine.
Is it hopium when T1 is currently number 1 and has
Alright, TDS. You
we're
don't need the
probably
drugs to
at top
survive.
2?
You don't need the
Like
gas to
yeah, that's the thing.
survive.
Like I don't need any. Like T1 is doing their job. I'm doing
Oh,
my
whoa,
job.
whoa,
Like that's
whoa,
okay.
whoa. TDS is getting so combative all of a sudden.
You're just so happy T1's doing well.
Yeah, like after
Until
getting
Genji
It's
punches
okay.
them in the face.
It's okay,
after
Slayer.
getting continuously
We shit
Listen,
on
until Genji
battered and
punches them
hitting
in
the
the
balls
face,
by
right?
TS, I need T1 to be the good.
That's the contrast. Don't worry. Don't worry, Slayer. If T1 shits the bed, we can shit on TDS. That's how
Yeah,
it works.
that's how it works.
That's how it
Exactly.
works. You guys
I
can shit
mean,
on me now since WE is absolutely shit
I
on
mean,
the
I
bed.
mean, I mean, how many times do you do it before it gets stale?
The what?
You know, shitting on someone because a team continuously fails.
I don't think it gets. I
Uh,
don't think that gets old.
I think that
until
gets old.
until the team fails, until the team fails so much that it's not fun. It's just sad.
Yeah, I
So
think that. Yeah, that's the limit.
like
And even then, you still shit on them.
kind of like Astralis.
Kind of like Rogue. Rogue. You know?
The
When
thing is
Rogue goes to the
at least
playoffs, all of a sudden they just flame out.
yeah, but at least Rogue gets to playoffs. Like Astralis, Excel, those are sad.
I mean, Excel might make the playoffs.
They might. Now they have Mickey
Might.
X. They might, yeah. That's a big might.
First time in their history they'll be able to maybe get to playoffs. Maybe.
Perhaps.
Yeah,
Perhaps they can make it
It's
there.
not even they're getting to playoffs. It's maybe they get to playoffs.
They make it there. Anyways,
Yeah.
I think that's it.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Did we make the predictions for? I know LCK is on rest. Yeah,
Yeah.
LCK and LPL are both on rest.
Unless
Yeah,
you
they
guys
put
want to,
the
I
rest.
guess you guys want to predict who's gonna win the lock-in. EG or TL?
Do we
EG.
care?
Huh?
Like not to try and be
It's later
anything,
today.
but do we care?
I mean,
No, I mean we don't care.
Yeah, that's the thing.
I'll
Like,
cheer for Jojo Pion.
I think TL will win, but I don't care that much.
Okay.
Speaking of which, when does spring split start for LCS?
I think it's next week.
Is it?
Spring 2022. Let's see.
It is from.
It starts.
LCS.
I think it's not yet defined.
It starts
it starts.
5th of February.
Oh yeah, so
February.
next week.
February.
5th of February.
February.
February. February.
Yeah, it's next week.
Oh.
So
I mean,
in 5 days, in 6 days essentially.
Yeah, after lock-in, we'll see.
maybe we should do the predictions for that. I mean, we don't even know what the schedule is.
Wait, is the schedule there already?
I think it should be.
Match
it?
schedule. There is none.
It's not yet.
There's none yet. I think they're still just focused on
there's-
lock-in, so they haven't made the schedule yet. I
Yeah,
think
there's
lock-in
nothing.
also shows
Wow.
does some seeding stuff, right? Or no?
No, there isn't.
Oh, okay, never mind
Well,
then.
well, we should when it gets out, we make it through the week, and next week we do the result. We see the results we put out. I feel like.
Let's see what happens first, and then we'll see.
Yeah.
And then,
Who cares about lock-in?
yeah, no one really cares about lock-in.
Yeah, no.
It's like the amount of people that care about the Masha Cup.
Like
Guess what?
legitimately, Dignitas doing what they did matters absolutely nothing.
Listen. We know how good Demacia Cup is, right, guys? The finalists of the
Yeah.
Demacia Cups are like 7th and below
To be fair,
in the MPL.
at least we know River is Pug. At least we know River is Pug.
Yeah.
That's what I got from Dignitas. River, this is a gold mine, Dignitas. Do not bench this man.
And
Don't
they
worry,
will.
they'll find some dumb reason to bench him,
My God.
just like they've done previously.
I saw the plays River was making. Absolutely, really good, really good.
Yeah.
All right. So I think that's gonna be it for us here at the Plebcast. Thank you so much for watching. It's been a
Ooh.
bit of a slow episode, gotta admit. I guess we're all a bit tired and Slayer suffering from COVID. TDS
They have suffered from COVID. Yeah.
Yeah, TDS
It's
woke
all-
up super early. This is not our usual time of recording, so
Yeah, I know.
we will have more energy.
Also, the fact that we don't have anything to talk about with LCK and LPL coming up.
Yeah, I think we'll have to find alternate topic next week to talk about.
I mean, next week we can just talk about the games that are going to happen.
We could.
Yeah, and LCS at least should have it started, so we will have at least something to talk about in May.
We're gonna talk about LCS. How wonderful.
Maybe
How
we can
wonderful.
finally get an NA guest and talk about a little bit about it.
Oh yeah, sure. Maybe we can. I think someone wanted to. I still have yet to message him, but I'll message him later. But yeah, for now, that's gonna be it for us here at the Plebcast. Thank you so much for watching. We appreciate you wherever you are in the world. We hope you have stay safe from COVID. We've all been affected. TDS is probably next, so
Hopefully not.
yeah. Knock on wood that he isn't next. But yeah, we'll see you guys very soon. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.
Bye bye.